Welcome to this lecture. So previously we have successfully generated and displayed images inside our chatbot application. But for now, inside this application, we are using either the image generation feature or the chat feature. And now in this lecture, we will integrate both of these features inside this application. So basically for now, when you are going to type your question here and click on this send button, we are generating images based upon this text. And if we are going to change this generate image function with the handle button click, then in that case we are going to get the response in the form of text. And now inside our application we are going to make changes that if your question is starting with the text generate image, only in that case we are going to call this generate image function and generate the images. Otherwise we are going to call handle button click method, and there we are going to pass our question to our ChatGPT model and get the text response. So hopefully you are getting the idea. So in order to do that, we firstly need to create a new method. So there you can see we got this handle button click method. So you can just simply copy this method. So I am going to copy it, and after that paste it here. And now after pasting it, let's rename it to generate text. And now instead of that handle button click, we are going to use generate text method for creating text responses. And inside this handle button click function, we are going to check that the message or the text that user entered is starting with generate image or not. So for now, we are going to remove all the code except the first line. So select all the code which is present inside this method and remove it. And now inside this method, we only got this one line where we are displaying the message that user have entered here. And now we are going to check that if this input message, so input message dot to lowercase, so we are going to convert this text into lowercase so that our comparison will be easy. So if it is starting with generate image, so starts with, and inside this method we will pass the text generate image. So only in that case we are going to call generate images function. So we are going to call generate images function here. So if the message is starting with generate image, so in that case we are going to call generate image function, and inside it we are going to generate the images based upon user message. Otherwise we are going to call this generate text function, and in that case we are going to show the text response. So here we are going to call this generate text function. And after doing that, now when you are going to run the application again, and here you are going to type your question, which will not going to start with generate image, in that case you will get the text response here. And if you started your message with this text generate image, so in that case you are going to get the images generated. So now press Ctrl S and test our application. So now our application is refreshed. So here we will start with a simple text, who is the President of United States. So now let's send this message. And there you can see we got the response that the current president of United States is Joe Biden, and we got some other detail here as well. So now after this simple text message we can ask him to generate images, and in order to do that we need to start our message with generate image. So generate image of a motorbike in Times Squares. So after writing it, let's send this message and see whether we got the images or not. And there you can see we get two images here, and both of these images contain a motorbike, and in the background we got Times Square. Similarly, let's view the other image. And there you can see we got this motorbike image and the Times Squares is in the background. Similarly, you can pause some other questions here and test this application. And for now, you can see inside our chatbot application, we are able to see both the responses from chat completion API and the image generation API.